The choices you make now will define the legacy of Hogwarts.
Siemano moi drodzy, to Paradoks. Kontynuujemy przygodę w Hogwarts Legacy. Dobra, misję z własnym sklepem mamy już zakończoną. Lecimy do Trzech Mioteł, kontynuować to zadanie z tym jajem smoczym. Co robimy z nim dalej?
Over here.
This is a change of pace from our last outing.
Don't remind me. The thought of that tent still makes my blood boil. I've been thinking about those poor dragons in the fighting ring. The collars they were wearing, they appeared to be goblin silver. I think a collar is precisely what we found at that poacher camp. I've never known poachers to use anything like that before.
The dragon that attacked my carriage was wearing a collar, and Professor Fig was genuinely baffled by its behavior.
That attack always did strike me as a little strange, seemingly coming out of nowhere. Surely you aren't suggesting that the collars somehow control the poor creatures?
Exactly.
Merlin, I don't think the dragon we set free was wearing a collar, but we should check. And if we can find her, we can return her egg.
That's a good idea. We need to see this through.
I'll start looking into it right away. There was something else that I wanted to discuss with you. I didn't want to press it before. It seems I may have caused you more trouble with Victor Rookwood. Why is he after you?
Powiedzmy jej.
Rookwood is working with Ranrock, and Ranrock is after something I found at Gringotts. Fig had a portkey that led us there after the dragon attack. It's a bit of a long story, and Fig had asked that I not speak of it yet.
Goodness. Well, that certainly helps to shed light on what we saw at the tent. Don't worry, I'll guard your secret as if it were my own. I shan't press for more details. In fact, I should probably be going. I'd like to track that dragon down as soon as I can. I'll let you know when I have news of her location.
Aha. Czyli ogólnie nic mi nie powie. Dobra. Co my jeszcze tutaj mamy do zrobienia? Tu mamy człowiek z księżycami. To sobie zostawię na ten, czyli tutaj w Hogsmeade. Zostało mi tylko to, ale mówię, to sobie zostawię. Mapa świata. Na mapie świata mamy tą misję. Jesteśmy niedaleko. Tak? Bo nie widzę, żeby tu gdzieś była jakaś poboczna. A, tu jest jeszcze. Dobra, to idziemy na tą poboczną.
Mysterious and a bit unsettling. What to do?
You're here. Good.
Sebastian, that relic you mentioned,
I believe one of Slytherin's students stumbled upon the relic during an assignment to study sarcophagi in this catacomb. From what I read in a report by the student, they weren't permitted to take it with them, so I must assume it's still here. As I mentioned earlier, this relic grants its holder the power to reverse dark magic curses. If it's in this catacomb, I have to find it. For Anne. I need to see her.
I'd be interested to know what else the student discovered.
Have a look. Unfortunately, there's no name on it, but I suspect if it was important enough for Slytherin to stash in his spellbook, it's worthy of further study.
I'm ready to explore the catacomb. Perhaps we can visit Anne when we've finished.
Perfect. By the way, Ominous has been asking about you. You didn't tell him what we were doing, did you?
I didn't. I promise.
Good. Ominous would be livid if he knew what we were about to do.
Mam nadzieję, że jeszcze się nauczę, jakiegoś czaru. Raport uczniowski. Zadanie w katakumbach dało nadspodziewanie dobre wyniki. Nowa wiedza o naszych przodkach otworzyła mi oczy, ale jednego nie mogę zignorować. W podniszczonej wnęce za wielką salą, pośród wywróconych sarkofagów, znajdował się relik o dziwnym kształcie. Jego moc była łatwo wyczuwalna. Byłbym w niebo wzięty, gdybym mógł go przebadać. Ale zabieranie przedmiotów jest zabronione.
I'll be interested to compare what lies inside to what I've read about this catacomb.
Czyli co, wchodzimy tu.
I'm sure that foul smell is the scent of success. Try not to lose your nerve just yet.
At least now we know we're not alone in here.
Perhaps that was it. And the rest of the tomb will be insect-free.
Yeah, spiders aren't insects.
Don't start.
Opening all of these is tempting.
We're here for a reason. I'd say opening them all is justified. This room is taller than it
Tutaj.
looks.
Revelio.
Kurde, rąbie mi się już. Tak, bombardą tego nie wywalę. Tylko chyba wszystkie się pootwierały.
Finding a chest in an inconspicuous loft. Brilliant.
A tu jeszcze jest.
We've rid the world of another spider. I shall sleep better tonight.
A, tego już nie mogę otworzyć. Tylko pytanie, czy mamy iść tędy? Może tutaj coś jest. Tu jest jakaś większa komnata.
Watch your step. I nearly slipped there. All this grass, it no longer feels like a tomb. I've read about catacombs that underwent expansion efforts and ran into problems, often cave-ins.
And then were abandoned.
Exactly. We'll be fine, though.
O, No jednak dobrze mówiłem, tam było jakieś większe pomieszczenie, więc tam było coś, tam była kontynuacja tego dungeona.
Great room I want to be buried in.
Surrounded by grandeur.
Grandeur and then some. Even an altar with a pile of bones. Lovely.
Bones outside a sarcophagus. Seems odd.
Gdzie jeszcze są?
There's something here by the altar.
Dobra, co tutaj musimy zrobić, kurde, z tymi...
We're in the tomb. I assume eerie sounds come with the territory.
Kurde, gdzie się trzeba zaprowadzić, tylko... Tylko gdzie? No co, tutaj? Wiecie, jest jakaś notka. Nierozważnie wspomniałem w moim raporcie o znalezionym relikcie i napomniano mnie, abym go nie ruszał. Ale badania są ważniejsze niż moja wierność zasadom. Czuję, że w tym relikcie coś drzemie. Słyszałem, że osoby wybrane przez różdżki z dębu szypułkowego badają potężną intuicją i ja w to wierzę. Dlatego właśnie, gdy nikt nie patrzył, przystąpiłem do działania. Wyczarowałem 2 bariery, aby odizolować relikt. Niech przodkowie mi wybaczą, ale użyłem do tego ich kości. Zamierzam tam wrócić, ale najpierw muszę się przygotować do kolejnego zadania, czyli nauki zaklęcia Imperius. Podobno dobrze działa na wrogów.
What did you find?
No właśnie tak... Nie za bardzo się dowiedziałem.
That's a lot of bone metal.
Looks like part of a student's diary. It mentions plans to return for the relic and conjuring barricades using bones.
Of course. The student's summary referenced a space beyond the Great Room, which means this can't be a dead end. Let's divide and conquer. You work on sorting out the bone barricades, I'll look around and see what we missed. Hold on to that diary entry. There may be more to it.
It does mention something else. It says their next assignment was learning the Imperius curse.
Really? Interesting. We need to focus on moving beyond this room. But let me think for a moment.
Do you think the pages were left here on purpose?
Slytherin mentioned a student who excelled in charms and always carried a satchel stuffed full of notes. They might have been left on purpose, or the student may have simply dropped them.
Of course. I'll start to search for those barricades.
Brilliant. There's more to this than even I imagined. Look, bones stacked oddly on either side of this archway.
Leave no stone unturned. Or in this case, no bone.
A dobra, a dajcie kości. No i... Dobra, muszę jeszcze pozbierać w takim razie. Tak czy nie tak? No nie. Czyli jest gdzieś jeszcze jedno wejście. Czy może to nie wszystkie kości dlatego? Ale to mi się w takim razie zbagowało. To jeżeli mi brakuje tamtych... O, jest. Coś się zbudowało dalej. Dobra. To jeszcze to.
You've done it. I knew we'd get through. I felt it in my bones.
Nice.
O, tu będzie walka na bank, tu będzie walka.
Before we travel further, I just realized something. The student's diary mentions the Imperious Curse. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to need it here. It's an unforgivable, but useful when you're outnumbered. Places the victim completely under the caster's control. So, if you'd like to learn Imperio, I can teach you.
O!
Where did you learn the Imperious Curse?
I taught myself. Don't tell Ominous that I've told you. It's not exactly something I can brag about, but it may come in handy. I think you ought to know it.
To jest dalej, to jest te kolejne niewybaczalne.
Shouldn't I know more about what the curse entails?
Remember the blasting curse? Same idea, except when it comes to unforgivable curses, your intention has to be clear. You have to mean it.
It's probably wise to know the spell.
I couldn't agree more. A spell that could save your life shouldn't be unforgivable. You have a lot at stake. You have an ability that evidently no one's seen for centuries. Focus your wand movement. It's not an easy spell to master. There we go. Something troubling ahead. Be on your guard.
Kurde, w jakie drzewko to wrzucić? No tu mam to. Tu mam żarcie. Tu mam te... Ale to jest do... Aha, nie mogę go bić. Jak jest pod tym. No dobra, mamy tutaj drogę. Czy może tędy iść? Dobra, idę tu zobaczyć, bo tutaj jest małe pomieszczenie.
Another barricade.
O właśnie.
Considering how well you did on the last one, this should be a cinch.
How gracious of you.
I try.
Dobra, czyli do tego pokoju wrócimy. Idziemy tu. Kurde, ten jakiś... myślałem, że będzie...
Never the spiders can make such a mess.
Bit dramatic, isn't it?
Myślałem, że kurde, kolejna walka z pająkami. O, to mi się przyda. I to bardzo mi się przyda. To w sumie tutaj nic takiego nie było. A są drzwi, dobra. No to jest. A, mogę przejść, okej.
Perhaps we need to pull the handles in the order of the symbols on the tablets.
No dobra. Idziemy teraz do tego pomieszczenia. A tam coś jeszcze... Tu jeszcze coś jest. Kurde, jak poukrywane.
This catacomb has suffered decay, just as the student's summary described.
I doubt anyone's been here in quite some time.
No dobra, to wyciągajmy. Co tu mi się otworzy?
Perhaps we need to pull the handles in the order of the symbols on the tablets.
Tu są dwa takie symbole. No dobra, spróbujmy. Dobra, pierwszy symbol. I do tego ten symbol.
That
No i
worked.
co?
Keep going.
Jak się udało? To. I kółko. No i co? I dupa. A, bo to się otworzyło, dobra. Czaję. No i co jest? Dobra, czyli teraz te drzwi to jest to i to.
You are head and shoulders above these bones. Nicely done. I see why Slytherin's student was so entranced with this place.
A, i przyszło duże. Tak. Dobra, muszę zmienić. O, to jest piękne. I od razu po wielkim pająku. Kurde, jeszcze. Gdzie mam to? Za duże zamieszanie. Kurde, tam jedna potka. Parę potek, chyba 2 potki zużyłem w ogóle niepotrzebnie. Się zarąbałem. I po prostu przez przypadek je użyłem.
Dead end.
Rebellion.
Love. All that for nothing.
Hold on. Don't give up yet.
Relik aż kipi od energii. Jego możliwości mogą przysłużyć się nie tylko czarodziejom, ale też całemu światu. Ale mroczna ofiara, która pozwoli wyzwolić jego potencjał, może być zbyt wielka. Dopóki nie dowiemy się więcej, proszę nie zabieraj reliktu. O, powinniśmy go zabrać.
Sebastian! The relic! Look! Could it be? The note and rendition of the relic. It matches. This must be where the student left the relic.
I can't believe it. After all this, it lines up. We've really found it.
What do you suppose is meant by the dark sacrifice required to realize the relic's potential?
I have no idea. But we're here for the relic.
Kurde.
The note advises to leave the relic alone.
I assure you, we were meant to find this. For Anne's sake. I'm taking it. Let's get to Feldcroft. I must keep this relic secret. Especially from my uncle.
O, byśmy dobrze robili.
Is that ominous? Ominous. The sounds we kept hearing. It was you.
You gave me no choice. I had to follow you. Sebastian, please, leave the relic alone. We can find another way to help Anne.
I'm sorry, Ominous, but I'm taking it.
No, you're not. If you won't put it back, then I will.
Hold on, both of you. Sebastian, please, take a step back.
Fine. But Ominous knows I won't step back from a fight.
Can't believe this.
How much did you hear?
Everything. I was glad to hear you tell Sebastian to leave the relic. We need to stand together. Convince Sebastian this is wrong.
And if nothing will change his mind?
Something has to. I need your help.
You're right. This seems far riskier than Sebastian realizes.
Good. We're agreed. We don't allow him to leave here with the relic.
I do think we should talk to him, but I fear we won't stop him from taking the relic.
What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting we negotiate. We
Huh?
allow Sebastian to leave with the relic under one condition. After this, no more.
I feel that's what we agreed to in the scriptorium. I'm being taken for a fool.
You're not, Ominous. This may be the only way to keep your friendship intact. Let's trust him to know what's best.
Fine. If I trust him on this, I'm trusting you too. The dark arts seem harmless until it's too late. Go then. Leave with the relic. I'll not say a word more. I hope I don't regret this.
Sebastian, we're ready.
What is it? I haven't changed my mind.
Ominous has. Let's go.
What? Ominous?
I'll explain on the way. Come on.
No. Kurde, ciekawe jak to się skończy. Ta zabawa z tą czarną magią.
Well, what happened back there?
Ominous and I found a compromise.
Ominous simply needs a moment with you and he'll change his mind. Is that it?
I told him we ought to give you this chance, that the relic is too important to ignore.
There has to be more to it than that. Tell me.
We agreed on what was needed, Sebastian. You have my word.
Kurde, to jest skrzynia.
I never wanted to keep all this from Ominous. He just doesn't understand. And I didn't want to worry him all over again.
Jak to otworzyć?
Revelio.
To coś jest.
Bombada.
A, to jest chyba droga na skróty. Tak, jesteśmy w tym pomieszczeniu.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Nie to.
Accio.
Ja myślałem, że szkielet wyleci.
I need to find a safe way across.
Confringo.
Co jest? Dobra, zejdźmy tu.
Lumos. Confringo. Accio. Confringo.
Dobra. I tu jest druga.
Wingardium Leviosa.
No co jest? No serio?
Wingardium Leviosa.
Okej.
Rickety bone bridge complete.
Aha. No i co? Jesteśmy teraz w tej komnacie, która była zablokowana, tak? Tak jest.
Revelio. Accio. Revelio.
Dobra, wychodzimy stąd.
Accio. Revelio.
Ale tutaj tak jakby...
Confringo. Accio.
Teraz kurde. Mam nadzieję, że dobrze idę. Nie, dobrze idę. Ładnie mnie prowadzi znaczek.
As we were leaving, Ominous wouldn't even acknowledge me. That's not like him.
He was troubled, Sebastian. Even though we agreed to it all, it's been a lot to take in.
I thought he understood. He knew we couldn't give up. All of this is too important. For Anne.
No i co? A, wróć do Feldercroft. Dobra, moi drodzy, ja myślę, że tutaj zakończymy. No i co? Mam nadzieję, że seria się podoba. Jeśli tak, szczercie łapkę w górę, zasubskrybujcie kanał, kliknijcie w dzwoneczek, by być na bieżąco z materiałem. Z mojej strony to tyle. Trzymajcie się. Hej!